Yeah, boys. So I got a lot done on this bike, and I'm real proud of myself. First off, as you notice, we have the chain on this bad boy. I welded up that little crappy chain tensioner. Little booger welds, but they'll definitely hold. We got the ignition cover on there. I'm going to repaint that eventually, but it's on there for now. The chain is looking fantastic. The sprocket is mounted on there, all that good stuff. The seat is somewhat mounted on there. I'll get to that later. Now you also might notice I got the brakes on here. These are just the standard 2-piston pit bike brake calipers. I use these on pretty much all of my motorized bikes. So I have the front ones on there. Had to do a little bit of modifying, but I got them on there. They work well. Now I have the rear calipers as well on there. Had to modify this a bunch to get the spacing proper and all that stuff. But I mean, everything looks good. The only challenge that this will make, sure, it looks really good, but I don't know how to mount the seat. So I'll have to find out a way for that. As far as everything else goes, I'm actually gonna run a dual Banjo Bolt. So it'll be one lever and it'll control both the front and back. So that means I won't be able to save myself if for whatever reason I'm in the rain and I need to only use the back brakes. I'm gonna die. But as far as ease of use and simplicity and juggling between two brake levers and the clutch lever, I much rather go with simplicity. Just like on a motorized bike, it's better to have just both of the front and back brakes tied into one lever instead of using two levers on the left side, and that'll make it look cleaner and all that stuff. So I'm very excited. I'm waiting on the double Banjo Bolt. I got one, and it looks kind of like this. I got one, just the threads are different. The threads are 1mm pitch, and I need 1.25mm pitch. So that was bad on my part. But other than that, it's looking good. I do need to find an air filter for this. I have one picked out. I've just been begrudgingly waiting for funds to purchase it, and it'll just sit right here. It'll look pretty clean, but as far as everything else goes, pretty much this thing is drivable. I just need to tidy things up. Firstly, this exhaust, I need to actually weld. I actually need to weld the support instead of it just hanging there with a singular zip tie. I also need to, for sure, get this muffler on here, because you can't tell it in the one video that I have of this running, but it is extremely loud. Like, you think a motorized bike with a MZ65 pipe with no muffler is loud. This thing burns your ears, especially if you get up to like over 10,000 RPM. This thing hurts. So, yeah, I definitely need the muffler, especially considering this isn't exactly street legal. So, yeah. As far as that goes, I need to tidy that up. I need to finish the rear brake. I have it roughly mounted. I'm not gonna do anything until I get the double banjo bolt, but as you can see here, it's only solely mounted with um, this singular nut here, and so I need a reinforcement. I don't know if I want to weld the actual mount to the frame, because I want to be able to move the rear wheel up, forward, and back if I either retension the chain, because the chain of course stretches, but also if I want to change the sprocket, I want to move this front or back. So I'm thinking of putting a screw like right here that I can also not really tighten this and fasten it to the frame, but just make sure that if I'm going backwards and I brake, it doesn't move. So anyways, there's that. I also of course need to put the seat on there and all that stuff. Air filter is optional. It'll just clean up the bike and make it look finished. Now, one thing that I am begrudging, that I probably won't do before I put this on the road, the fork just completely, oh crap, I don't know if you can hear that. Yeah, I don't know if you can hear that or see that, but because I did something wrong with this fork when I adapted it to the just bicycle headset bearings, I didn't do something properly. I needed to put the spacer underneath of there so it actually cups up inside the headset bearing, and I did not do that properly. So I mean, it spins freely and it's real smooth and everything. It's just that it's actually grinding right there, and yeah, so I just need to redo that. Super simple, just kind of annoying. So but other than that, I mean, everything looks good. Now, I have had a few people asking about the tires. I'm keeping these wheels. I'm keeping these wheel sizes. I'm probably just gonna use these tires until they wear out, and then either get like dirt bike knobby tires, because I kind of like the look, this rat rod look. But it'll look different once I paint everything and get it looking good. So I don't know, and I really haven't looked into street tires to see how much they cost. But other than that, yeah. Oh, one other thing, I definitely need to get pegs for this thing. I need to figure out not only pegs, but also how in the world I would be able to shift this thing, because it is a 6-speed transmission dirt bike engine. So I do need to shift gears, and I don't know if I will need to elongate the shifter pedal or not. I don't know yet, but that's a whole other rodeo that I haven't even looked into yet. But thank you guys so much for watching, and stay tuned for more updates of this thing. This is not a priority. It's just I'm waiting for other things to come along to finish my other projects that come first. So I just had a day or two to work on this thing. So just keep in mind that this is not really gonna be top on the priority, and it won't really get done for a while. But it's a cool project, and I look forward to getting it done. All right, guys, thank you again, and have a good one.